Christ right there in the prison. Her whole outlook changed. A few years later, against all odds, she was released. Today, she owns her own business. She's happily married. She has children. She said, I used to be homeless, but now I own a beautiful home. I lend, I don't have to borrow. She volunteers here at Lakewood. She never dreamed she'd be this blessed, this fulfilled. You may have been through some bad breaks. That didn't stop your destiny. God knows how to get you to where you're supposed to be. Instead of thinking of all the reasons why it's not going to happen, turn it around. Father, thank you that it's my time to reign. I may not see a way. The conditions may not look right, but I believe what you said, that I'm going to reign over this sickness, reign over this depression, reign over this injustice. Jehoiada went out and got 5 armies to help this one little boy become king. When it's your time to reign, Jehoiadas are going to show up. God has already lined up the right people that will go out of their way to help you. People that will use their favor to push you into your destiny. Sometimes we have people conspiring against us, but when it's your time, God will have people conspire for you. Those co-workers that get together, try to make you look bad. Maybe family members that leave you out. Don't worry, God knows how to turn the tables. He knows how to cause people to be for you and not against you. When we were trying to acquire the Compact Center, we were 1 vote shy. We needed 10 votes from the city council members, but we only had 9. We had worked on this for 2 years. The final vote was just 2 days away. Didn't look like it was going to work out. A young Jewish council member, a man that had been against us the whole time, received a phone call from an older Jewish woman that he hadn't spoken to in over 20 years. He knew her growing up and had great respect for her. She told him in no uncertain terms that he was to vote for Lakewood having the Compact Center. Because of that lady, he changed his mind. His vote gave us the facility. What's significant is I don't know who the lady is. I've never met her. I never asked her to call. But when it's your time to reign, God will make things happen that you couldn't make happen. He'll have your Jehoiada show up. People that you don't even know put in a good word for you. I believe you're about to see God do some of these unusual things. Favor that catapults you ahead. Good breaks that you didn't see coming. Healing when the medical report says that it's not possible. Joash's grandmother, Atalia, was still on the throne. These 5 armies gathered at the temple and they brought Joash out. Verse 11 says, Jehoiada put a crown on Joash's head. They anointed him and everyone started shouting, long live the king. When Atalia heard all the noise, all the commotion, she came running out. When she saw little Joash, this little boy wearing the crown, and realized who he was, she nearly passed out. That day, she not only lost the throne, but she lost her life. Don't worry about the people that are against you. God knows how to fight your battles. And someone may be on your throne, so to speak. They've manipulated things at work to get that position. It seems like they're holding you back. God is a God of justice. He knows how to move people out of the way. He knows how to vindicate you, how to promote you. You keep doing the right thing and trust God to fight your battles. No person can stand against Him. We all have people that come against us and things that aren't fair. But I've learned if you'll just keep honoring God, He'll take care of the opposition. You don't have to manipulate things, try to pay people back, work your way onto your throne. When it's your time to reign, doors will open that no person can shut. People that were against you will either change and be for you, or like this lady, they'll take off running. Let God fight your battles. What's interesting is Joash hadn't done anything significant. He hadn't defeated a Goliath, hadn't parted a Red Sea, yet the people were celebrating him, shouting, long live the king. When it's your time to reign, you're going to see favor that you didn't deserve. Doors open you couldn't open. Promotion when you didn't have the experience. People going out of their way to be good to you. That's what happened with the Compact Center. I don't know how I had the faith to go after it. I had only been ministering for 3 years. I didn't have the experience, the qualifications, but deep down I knew it was supposed to be ours. And the Scripture talks about having the faith of God. Sometimes it's not even our faith, it's God giving us faith to believe for things that are way over our head. When the city council voted for us, we got the compact center. Like little Joash, it was simply my time to reign. I can't take credit for it. It was the goodness of God making things happen that I couldn't make happen. You don't know what God has in your future. What I want us to see is these things don't always happen when you think they would. Joash was 7 years old, yet he had all these people fighting for him, protecting him, favoring him. It was because he was a king's son and it was his time to reign. It may look like you can't accomplish your dreams. You don't have the connections, the experience. You can't get well. Your child's never going to get back on course. There's no sign of it. That's when God shows out the most. He's not waiting for the conditions to be favorable. The Scripture says, even in famine, the righteous will have more than enough. Don't put your faith on hold thinking when everything gets better, then you can be blessed. God is about to bless you in the famine, promote you in the pandemic, heal you in the struggle, free you despite what's coming against you. This won't happen for everyone. It's going to happen because you're a king's son. You're a king's daughter. You're going to see these moments of favor where God catapults you ahead. And yes, there are seasons of testing where we have to be faithful, do the right things, even though nothing is changing. But at a certain point, God is going to say, you passed the test. Now it's your time to be promoted. It's your time to meet the right person. It's your time to be healthy and whole. It's your time to see your business flourish. Don't get discouraged by what hasn't happened yet. You don't know what God has coming. One touch of His favor will put you 50 years down the road. You're not falling behind. You're being prepared. Every day you do the right thing with a good attitude, you're passing the test. You're about to see what God was doing behind the scenes, getting things lined up for you to go where you've never dreamed. I love the fact that Joash didn't go after the crown, but the crown came to him. God has blessings that are going to chase you down. Increase that's going to come looking for you. This is what happened with David. He was a teenager out in the shepherd's fields when Samuel came looking for him. David wasn't seeking fame, power, notoriety. He was seeking God. Out in the shepherd's fields, he was being his best when no one was watching. It looked like he was stuck. It was boring, lonely.